Well, we're finally out of the month of May, and there have been so many great performances from so many different players. We did this on the channel last month. We're coming back with the team of the month, this time, of course, for the month of May, because, I mean, that's the other month that we just had. Gonna go through every single position, 3 bench players, as well as 5 starting pitchers and 3 relievers, making up my team of the month for the month of May. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it. That's the best way to show your support and that you want to see this every month. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. We got power ranking videos coming at you soon. Get in the comments down below. Let me know who you think should have been on this team or someone that got snubbed. And make sure you follow me on all my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc, links in description. Getting us started off at the catcher position, Minnesota Twins catcher Mitch Garver. Mitch is back. It looks like he finally figured out how to hit again during the month of May. He had a great slash line, was hitting for some more power, and it's really helping turn his season around after a struggle in 2020 and the breakout in 2019, of course. In 73 plate appearances in the month of May, he had a 21.9% walk rate to a 24.7 K rate. That's really good to see from Mitch Garver. 281 average, 438 on base, 579 slugging, and a 1017 OPS, a WRC plus at 183. He had 4 homers, 5 doubles, 7 singles in 22 games, driving in 8 runs, walking 16 times, striking out 18. He had a great month of May, and he's playing good defense behind the plate as well. At first base, had a lot of great options, but Max Muncy jumped off the page. First off, Max Muncy's on base percentage for the year is hovering around 500. That's disgusting, but in the month of May, it was still really good as well. A 440 on base in the month of May, good for a 14.7 walk rate, 22.9 K rate, a 330 average, 440 on base like I just mentioned, 714 slugging, and an 1155 OPS, good for a 385 ISO and a 212 WRC plus. Any way you look at it, he's mashing. And then the counting numbers, I mean, 10 homers in 26 games, 5 doubles, 19 runs batted in, walking 16 times. He scored 23 runs. Max Muncy is the clear and obvious choice at first base. The dude is raking. At the second base position, arguably had the best month out of any player in the month of May, Marcus Semien of the Toronto Blue Jays. One of the more underrated pickups of this offseason, Marcus Semien has been crucial for the Blue Jays' success. In the month of May, he had a 368 average with a 429 on base, 702 slugging, and an 1130 OPS, WRC plus 210, ISO 333. I mean, every way you look at it, Marcus Semien had a fantastic month, and the counting numbers, this is where he really jumps off the page. 8 homers, 12 doubles, and a triple. He had 21 extra base hits in the month of May in 28 games, 42 hits overall, driving in 22 runs, scoring 23, and he was playing really good defense at second base for the Blue Jays. He has been an amazing pickup for them, one of the best of the offseason, honestly. At third base, saw a lot of this guy because he plays in the division, Atlanta Braves, Austin Riley. I feel like I've been mentioning him in a lot of videos recently, but he's really just having a great season, and he had a great month of May. 311 average, 394 on base. We saw that walk rate get to 10%, which is kind of like the minimum that you want from a good player. 611 slugging and an OPS over 1,000 at 1,005, WRC plus 168, 300 ISO. He's actually playing better defense than we've seen in the past at third base from him, which is great to see. And it was good enough for 7 home runs, 6 doubles, 15 RBIs. He walked 11 times, still a little high on the strikeouts there, 33 in 25 games. But overall, Austin Riley, one of the best third basemen, if not the best, at the position during the month of May. And then we moved to shortstop, and oh my god, I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr., that's the choice. He has to be the starter at this position. The month of May that he had is insane. 84 plate appearances, 353 average, 440 on base, 824 slugging, which would be a good OPS, by the way, and a 1264 OPS, good enough for a 471 ISO, 222 WRC plus, walking 15.5% of the time. The Ks are down to only 21.4%, and the counting numbers, I mean, 9 homers, 5 doubles, 24 hits in 20 games, 26 RBIs. He even is stealing bases. He stole 8. Fernando Tatis is just one of the best players in the game. He has been unbelievable for the Padres. Just really hoping that the news that we got from the other night about his oblique injury isn't going to be too serious, because this guy on the field, he's doing special things. Now, let's move on to the outfield. We got 2 Cincinnati Reds guys coming in here. First, we're going to go with Nick Castellanos, who you've been hearing me talk about him on this channel forever. I'm a huge Nick Castellanos fan. All he does is mash. I call him JD Martinez 2.0. That's pretty much what he is. And in the month of May, oh boy, he mashed. 409 average, 476 on base, 667 slugging, 1143 OPS. The strikeouts were down, the walks were up, a 209 WRC plus, and he hit 5 homers, 9 doubles, drove in 15 runs, scored 19. He had a fantastic month of May. I mean, he's just one of the best hitters in the National League. And then, of course, we have to talk about his teammate, Jesse Winker, who just continues to hit at the plate at an unbelievable level. Not as good as Nick Castellanos was, but still a really good month. 330 average, 409 on base, 598 slugging, and a 1007 OPS, a 10% walk rate, 16.4% K rate, 173 WRC plus, hitting 7 homers, 5 doubles, driving in 13 RBIs. He scored 21 runs. That's incredibly high, walking almost as many times as he struck out. Winker continues to show that he is a consummate hitter at the major league level from the left-hand side. He's incredible. He's a beast. He's so so good. This Reds offense carried by these two guys. And then for our final starting outfielder, I have to go to the Texas Rangers young rookie star, although I guess he's really not that young, but it's Adolis Garcia, who is just wow, having like a Randy Arozarena type run. Now, while Adolis doesn't walk, only a 5.2% walk rate, he's hitting .312 with a 348 on base, 633 slugging, 981 OPS, 321 ISO, 171 WRC plus. But here's where the numbers get really good. You start looking at the homers. Adolis Garcia in the month of May hit 11 homers, 2 doubles, 27 RBIs, scoring 17, and he even stole 5 bases. This guy absolutely mashes at the plate. He's a fun player to watch in Texas. Kind of the only reason to watch the Rangers right now, if I'm honest. But hey, he's still really good. And then at the DH position, I kind of just went with another player that I think deserved to be in the starting lineup, and that's Vlad Guerrero Jr. You've heard me drool over him all season long. He is just one of the best hitters in baseball right now, and he continued it in the month of May, hitting 9 homers, 6 doubles, 22 RBIs, scoring 24 runs, walking 12 times, only striking out 16, and the slash line is impressive in of itself. 302 average, 380 on base, 613 slugging, and a 993 OPS, WRC plus at 167, ISO at 311. Vlad Jr. is just showing that he is not only one of the best young players in the game, but straight up just one of the best guys in general. He is so good. Thank you, Vlad. My card investments are paying off. I'm going to keep saying it as long as I have him. You're a beast, Vlad. Now, for the bench, let's get it started off with another first base type guy. It's going to be Trey Mancini of the Baltimore Orioles. Not a lot went right in Baltimore this last month. They didn't win many games, but Trey Mancini, he was doing his best job to try and get them some W's. 320 average, 405 on base, 588 slugging, and a 993 OPS. Same OPS as Vlad Jr. 176 WRC plus, 11.7 walk rate, 18.9 K rate, hitting 6 homers, 8 doubles, driving in 25 RBIs. Impressive for a team that doesn't really score that many runs. Trey Mancini, it's great to see him back being healthy and playing at such a top level. Honestly, probably could have been the DH over Vlad Jr., maybe a little personal preference there, but happy to throw him onto the team because he really deserved it for the month of May. All right, so on this next bench spot, let's get a San Francisco Giant in here. He's well deserving. It's Brandon Crawford. I can't believe I'm saying it, but Brandon Crawford keeps going. In the month of May, 24 games, 93 plate appearances. He has 7 homers, 5 doubles, 22 RBIs, scoring 19. He walked 14 times, striking out 21, and his slash line was really impressive. 299 average, 409 on base, 636 slugging, and a 1045 OPS. He literally only gets beat out by Fernando Tatis Jr. Otherwise, he's the starting shortstop in the team of the month. 180 WRC plus. He's looking really good. It bothers me because I don't think Brandon Crawford is this good of a player, but hey, he continues to prove me wrong. So keep doing you, Brandon. It's working really well this year. And then we've got our final bench player, outfielder of the Oakland A's, staying in the Bay Area, Ramon Laureano. Ramon Laureano had a great month of May. He was one of the top 10 players in WAR among all players in baseball. His slash line was looking great. 292 average, 373 on base. We love to see Ramon walk. 607 slugging and 979 OPS, and ISO at 315, WRC plus 174. And among outfielders, he was tied for second in home runs in the month with 8, 4 doubles, 13 RBIs, scoring 17 runs, and he finished the month with 1.5 F4. That's a really good month for Ramon Laureano. Defensively, offensively, he brings it all on the table for you. He's a really good player, and I love seeing the power coming from him. Now let's move on to the starting pitchers, and our first one, we're gonna go with Kevin Gausman of the San Francisco Giants. Gausman has been great all year, but especially in May, he has been lights out. 6 starts, 37 innings pitched, a 5-0 record with a .73 ERA, a FIP at 1.31, a WHIP at .76. Opponents are only hitting 165 against him, which is some of the top in the league. 35.3 K rate, 4.3 walk rate, almost non-existent. He's striking out almost 12 batters per 9, giving up less than 1.5 walks, not even giving up home runs. He's been phenomenal all season, and specifically in the month of May, Kevin Gausman was lights out. Another pitcher that needs to get some more respect on his name, Brandon Woodruff. This guy is a legitimate ace. He is so good, and for the Brewers in the month of May, shocker, he was fantastic. In the month of May, Woodruff made 6 starts to a 2-2 record somehow with a 1.07 ERA in 42 innings pitched, good enough for a FIP at 2.43, tied for third highest F4 among pitchers at 1.3. He had a K rate of 32%, walk rate of 5.2, a .67 whip, and opponents were only hitting 140 against them. Brandon Woodruff, like, I know Corbin Burns got all the press early, but Woodruff is the true ace of this team. He is just such an absolute animal on the mound. Moving over to the NL East here, Max Scherzer of the Washington Nationals is back, deserves the love, and deserves to be on this team of the month. He made 6 starts in the month of May to a 3-2 record, 39 1/3 innings pitched, 1.83 ERA, FIP at 2.64, and he had a whip at a measly .74. Opponents were hitting 157 against him, but here's where the numbers go crazy. 39.6 K rate, 5.6 walk rate, and again, the only runs he's really given up are on home runs. That's always been his problem, but nobody's getting hits off him. No one's scoring runs, and it looks like Mad Max is returning to his Cy Young form. And then we can't have this team of the month without arguably the best pitcher in the month of May, Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler is just really good, guys. 6 starts, 2-0 record, 43 1/3 innings pitched, an ERA at 2.08. I know that doesn't sound great. He had the highest F4 in baseball among pitchers at 2.0. K per 9 is all the way up to almost 12. He's walking almost nobody, giving up no home runs, and he's got the K rate up to 34.8%, walk rate at 3.0. Opponents are hitting 191. He had a .81 whip. Like, Zach Wheeler is just really, really good. There's no other way to say it. He's a beast. And then for the last starting pitcher, a little bit of an unconventional pick, but I gotta give it to Rich Hill. Rich Hill had a really good month of May, and I think deserves to get on here as a little bit of a sleeper pick. 6 starts, 34 2/3 innings, so he comes in as the least amount of innings pitched on this list. Still very good. 3-1 record, .78 ERA, a FIP at 3.09, so the FIP could have been better, but I gotta give it to a guy who hasn't been giving up runs and has been really good for the Rays in the month of May. And yes, I know ERA isn't the only stat that matters, but Rich Hill really did have a good month. 27.3 K rate, 9.1% walk rate, wasn't giving up home runs. K to walk was 3. Opponents were hitting 145 against him this month. That's really incredible, and only a .84 whip. And he left 99.3 of the batters he faced on base, so that's a really good job there from Rich Hill. Yes, he could have more strikeouts. He could have a better FIP, but I think from his performance and the results he got, he definitely deserves to be on the team of the month for May. He's by no means the best pitcher independently, but I think as a whole in the month of May, he deserves to be on here. And then last but not least, let's move on to the relievers here. First and foremost, Liam Hendriks. Liam Hendriks had a silly month of May. Finally what the White Sox were looking for when they signed him. He made 13 appearances, saved 8 games in 11 2/3 innings, an ERA at 0. Yes, didn't give up an earned run in the month of May, a .9 F4, which is the second highest. He had a K rate of 40.4%, a walk rate of 4.3. Like, that is disgusting numbers. Opponents were hitting 178 against him with a whip of .86. Liam Hendriks, the Australian from down under, was disgusting. And then let's also talk about another pitcher from the Windy City, this time the north side of Chicago, Ryan Tepera, showing why he deserved to get some MVP votes last year. I mean, like, yeah, that was ridiculous, but also month of May, he was ridiculous. 14 appearances, 14 2/3 innings pitched, he even got a save, .61 ERA, FIP at .53, had the highest F4 among relievers in baseball. He didn't walk a single batter, had a K rate of 38.8%, a .20 whip, and opponents were hitting .061 against him. Ryan Tepera in the month of May gave up 3 hits out of the 49 batters he faced, 1 earned run. That's it. That's impressive. Ryan Tepera was lights out. And then for the last and final guy, while he walked some batters, Alex Reyes I think deserves to be on here, as he had the most saves in the month of May among relievers in baseball at 9, 15 2/3 innings, 14 appearances, a 2-1 record, 1.15 ERA. Like I said, the walks are crazy. He had an 8.62 walk per 9, but he also strikes out batters at a crazy rate. So his K per 9 for strikeouts was 14.36, but because of the walks, his K rate goes down a little bit. Still though, good, 36.2%. Walk rate though of 21.7 leaves something to be desired, but he had the most saves in the league, and I know saves is not really a meaningful stat, but he got the job done. Only gave up 2 earned runs despite walking 15 batters. I think that shows you how good his stuff is and can be. He tightens it up a little bit. You're looking at one of the best closers in the league. So yeah, in 15 2/3 innings, 9 saves, a 1.15 ERA for a closer, Alex Reyes deserves to be on this list and is going to be the last player featured on the team of the month. So that's my team of the month for the month of May. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking about it down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Who got snubbed? Let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video if you do enjoy it, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. Follow me on social media, GiraffeNeckMarc, links in the description, and that's where I'm going to wrap up today's video, going over the team of the month for the month of May. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another video. Bye.